Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And that's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. I will say this is a wonderful day in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall rest therein. I want to let you all know that the Most High is dealing with me this morning. I was downstairs and I was trying to get some shoes. I wasn't trying to get no shoes. I was trying to say, oh, I'm going to fix up this basement, go in and work today to fix up this basement. I went into boxes after boxes trying to get my mic. And as I was getting the mic, I saw shoes that I could actually wear in this season. And oh, look at this. And I heard the Most High spoke to my voice. You're supposed to be up making the videos. I had to drop all the shoes down, and I said, let me get up here. Because see, what happened is the enemy try to make you think, which is your flesh, and that's your worst enemy, it's your flesh, that okay, oh, look what I can do this and I can do that because I'm trying to get over to my store. But the Most High said, no. Do these videos first. And I know I got to do them so I can start finding other things to do. Or I got to go out here and find this mic. And I found myself down there looking at shoes. And I said, okay, let me get back upstairs. Okay, Father. And I had to come back to you because I think it's like 4 or 5 videos that I got to complete. And this is really a topic also for the elects. A treat for the elects only. A treat for the elects only. And he was dealing with me on this here one too. He was dealing with me on a lot of them. But this one here is about the spirit that we have. We can't let it focus on the things that does not have judgment in the day of judgment. And that means don't let people put you in captivity in your mind of understanding that the things that is set here is to correct you or to get order out of you. It's not that. It's who is in you. See, we have to bring order to our spirit so it can tame our flesh. Not let our flesh tell our spirit what it's going to do. That means that when people speak, they speak to the eyes and the mind of the flesh. Okay? But what you cannot let it do is control really who you are. Because no man knows the mind of Yah. Okay? And what he's doing and how he is doing it, he got it pretty much worded out of his mouth. And how you know what Yah has on his mind is when your mind is abiding in him and him in you, and you all are one, even in Christ. Okay? So we have to stop letting these platforms dictate what is in us that is greater. That is not the confirmation, because they focus on the flesh and the things of the flesh and the things of the world to control your mind so you won't get your spirit in order with Yah. See, people thinking on these platforms, this is their world. They have got so detached to what's on these platforms to where that's the only thing they believe they receive is only thing they believe and receive is being deceived. They connected to that. And I don't have any problem with it because the Spirit of the Most High had to continue to tell me this need be. Now, anytime the Most High has to keep telling me, Deborah, this need be, he's saying to me, Deborah, you got to learn to shake it off. You got to understand that these things need to happen because I saw them before the foundation of the world. And they need to be because I know of this. I created evil for the days of evil. Yea, Father Yah. See, I have to keep in tune that keep this flesh under the subjection to the spirit that knows that already. You see? See, he has to come and quicken me to go back into the spirit realm to know that these things need be. See, and I thank him for that because he don't have to. He don't have to show me my age of 3 and 4 years old and the things I was doing then all the way up until now. And how the things that have gone on in my life was predestined. He didn't have to do that, but he did because he had invested something in me before I was in my mother's womb. So I think that what he's saying to me in this video is really a treat for the elects only. Because he wants you to know, don't listen to people who are not focusing on spirit and truth. Those who are not telling you about the goodness and the greatness and the everything that Yah really is and shall be in thee. They so busy trying to tell you what to look like, how to act, how you should do like your forefathers who got you where you at. And they're doing likewise. They're doing the same thing that their forefathers doing, but cannot behold it. Because they made everything that their forefathers has done righteous in the eyes of themselves. And now they're feeding it to you all. And you all are walking in your forefathers' footsteps. Again, after Yah is trying to get you to see what got you where you at. And that's why people cannot see. They can see the white man. They can see Esau. They can see Babylon coming out. They can see everything except for what is spirit and what is truth. They can see everything that's going on except for what is truth. They put themselves as the angel of the Most High God. And everybody else is evil and wicked. Oh, no, I don't see. When I read, I don't see that. I don't see that. I see me as a person who had forefathers that had wronged the Most High from the beginning all the way up until they're going to continue all the way to the end. They're going to continue it. Okay? That's why people never really think when they saying we all this and we all that. What happened to the stars? Huh? The sand in the sea. How did it get to be a small remnant? How did it get to be very few shall find their end? Okay? Unless the very few is only the elect's going to find truth. Then all the others are going what? Y'all need to meditate on what is the poor in spirit. I love that. I love that. It is so beautiful. See, a lot of people trying to take what Yah has said and put it in a fleshly contents of understanding. And they have done an excellent job. Why? Because the Father had to come to me and say, Deborah, stand down. It need be. He has to tell me that because I'm trying to get a bunch of people to see beyond what they're being taught. And they can't see. He said, I said they couldn't see it first. So why are you uptight about them not seeing, not hearing what is spirit and truth? I already prophesied that. So he has to line me up all the time because it's just too hard for me to believe that the multitude is full of accepting the ideal of being deceived. So to the elects out there, you're not deceived. You know the truth. But even if you know the truth, you still might walk in the way of the world. The world is the people on the devil platform, whether you believe it or not. Because they're telling you things that has no spirit to worship Yah. You see, they're telling you about things and focusing you on things that cannot worship Yah. That cannot worship Yah. And it's not even biblical saying that it worship him. So why are we focusing on the things that does not worship Yah? See how sick it is? Because our forefathers did it and we have too. Let's set an example. Let me set an example. Look at me. You see me. You see what I look like. Okay. Whether you know it or not, right now, the light is shining. There are times where the light is not bright on me, but right now it's bright. And I'm not talking about the natural light. I'm talking about the light of the spirit of the Most High Yah. There are times when it is not as bright. Okay. I learned to see it after strangers that I don't know and I run up on and they ask me, say, ma'am, you got a light about yourself. There's a light on you. You know, I have learned to accept the fact that there are times where the Most High will let a glow, that's what a lot of people call it, a glow, be upon me. Okay. When the strangers come upon me and speak in that manner, first thing I know is I got to get back under the word. That's what I have to do. Because if the light is shining, I got to keep it where it's at. So I have to get back under the word in a way and in order. And that's what I do most of the time. Because now I know that if the strangers are able to behold the light or the glow that Yah has put on me, why is it people that you deal with every day can't discern it? It's not Yah's will that they do. Even out of the voice of the words that Sister Deborah says, they cannot discern. They cannot see. They say they see. They say they hear. But they can, because if the spirit of the Most High is not resting in them and their spirit is not resting in him, then they can't see the fullness thereof. They can't see the fullness thereof. Okay, now, when I start to see and recognize that the Most High is revealing these things in the spirit, and I'm wondering, well, why is it people are learning in the flesh? He said, because Deborah, I prophesied that they would. That's the key to what Yeshua was saying on Mount Olive. Yes, the disciples came wanting to know what would be the end. Excuse me. They wanted to know what would be the end like, what would become. But before he was able to tell them anything, this is the 12, you guys, he told them not to be deceived. Now, if Yeshua was on Mount Olive, a private place, and teaching this to the disciples, what do you think the Most High is saying to you, elects, in this day and time? He's saying to you first, before all these people want to let you meditate on everything that it should be coming in the order they say it should be coming, he first wants you to not be what? Deceived. See, elects, you're not to be deceived in the manner of who Yah is, because if he's greater and he's in you, then you're greater enough to bypass the things that will deceive you. And what he was saying to the 12 is, your flesh is going to be deceived, okay? But the spirit is going to be willing to know and to understand truth. But your flesh is going to be constantly at you, because that's the only place, the only one that the serpent can come after, heal. And because those heels of your flesh has been ordered, meaning your life has been ordered by Yah, and the serpent going to be coming after your life. That's why people don't understand things that has happened in their life. It needed be. Because what the serpent went after, each time you were able, through the spirit of the Most High, crush his head, next, that means you went up a step. When you weren't able to crush his head, you went back a step. Because Yah designed it to where if you don't get it, you got to repeat it. You get what I'm saying? See, that's what a lot of people don't understand, the elects. But you're coming to that level because of the season that we're in. He needs you. He needs you to understand spirit and truth and the way he rumbles spirit, because it's going to conquer all things in the days to come. It's going to conquer everything that is and in the days to come. Because what everyone is thinking is that the world is going to conquer it. We really think that the world is going to get victory. He's gearing me up. And I thank him for that, to behold how he's about to do this. And I thank him for that, because I too feared, even in my flesh, with this vaccine. Why is it they can't see it? Why is it this is the dumbest country in the whole wide world? Why is it that they've been there? It's because they were already that. We placed them. We gave them a lot of power that they were never entitled to. And because of that, we're still trying to rehearse the way they do things. We're rehearsing it. Let me set an example. The Most High said the other day to me about wood and stone. he said to me that, Deborah, they built wood and stone is what they was going to come here and worship. And it is so true. We have people right here in the Hebrew Israelite movement that still don't get it. The only thing that I have respect for that's wood and stone is the tablets that was the 10 Commandments on. Okay, that was wood and stone, and the Ark of the Covenant that was built. Okay, those are the only thing that I have respect for, spirit and in truth. Okay, outside of anything of that nature, I would worship that. Oh yes, oh yes. We have to understand that the things that worship Yah in this order, which is the tablet where the commandments were on, and the one that Moses had breaking, and the tabernacle that was built of wood, and how everything was sealed with gold and so on. We're worshiping that. We should have honor and worshiping and understanding what that consists of, spirit. Now, what he said, when we come over here, we're going to worship wood and stone. And we have so faithfully did it for 400 years to the day right now where the Hebrew Israelite said that they're awakening and so deeply still worshiping wood and stone. The Most High was dealing with me. I thought I had my glasses. The Most High was dealing with me on many scriptures saying that we are not supposed to really, after a point in time, we worshiping it because we didn't know any better. But when you come to the knowledge, spirit, and truth, this is why the people that you think that been on here for years are so spirit-really and, they know that word. They only know what's good for your flesh. But spirit and truth, lost without a cause. Because one thing I want to explain to you all, every man and woman that's on these platforms that's making jewelry out of wood and stones and putting Yah's name on it, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. But yet, they can come on here and tell you what to eat, how to talk, how you're supposed to walk, how you're supposed to understand the word of Yah, how you're supposed to look, how your hearts are supposed to be, how your face is supposed to be. Everything about you on the outer, but they know not that they are worshiping idols still yet, to the point where they're selling it with Yah's name on it. Yah told me in the biblical word they were going to do this because that's exactly what their forefathers did. So they picking it up even to today in the year 2020. Anybody that's out there that's wearing chain, beads, necklace, earrings, jewelry, clothing, or anything, but we're going to get away from clothing because he's talking about wood and stone. Idling. We're idling like our forefathers did, but in our way, we make it righteous in our own eyes. But it's not righteous. We're not to worship these things. But what they have did is they made the part that they worship, sealed his name on it, and figured, okay, this is a representation of the Most High Yah. That is an idol, you guys. And every group, camp, speaker, teacher, church, family, male, female, pastors, bishop, priest, all of those are worshiping idols. See, this is what he was explaining to me when I first got on this here devil platform. Is they serving the devil and saying Yahuwah, Yahuwah. I knew that from all my other videos. But the deepness is when he come to me and he said, Deborah, they are not to worship anything. They can't praise me. They can't honor me. They can't speak to me. See, they thinking because I put Yah's name on it, or we wear beads like our forefathers, but you keep forgetting what your forefathers did. You know why they do that? It's because they keep on wanting to label Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and David as their forefathers. and bypass the fact of the forefathers that's called stiff-necked rebellion and disobedient. We know spirit that David, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was not called that. So who are these forefathers that we are continue to mimic in the year 2020? The ones that think they're conniving, deceitful, and wicked. We're still doing what he said we were going to come over here and do. Even after the 400 years, the 400 years is up. But I want to let you know something. The Father that I serve in the heavens, don't be ignorant. Don't be ignorant in your flesh to think that he took 400 years to deal with the Gentiles just for nobody in the Gentiles congregation is to have his name. They have his name, you guys. It's just the newfound denomination. And it's leading silly women captivity. They're leaving silly women because they're following every word out of the man's mouth to the point where they don't know anything about spirit and truth. It's no way in the world y'all would have all the way up until before we came over to captivity to have nobody a part of his crew. He took them 400 years because he knew he had something invested in them 400 years before the foundation of the world. So while we're teaching them the negative and the wicked of our flesh so that they won't see, because this white and black thing, kick it to the curb. Let y'all do what he do. Rumble. Stop being so into this white and black thing. People want to, don't marry a white man. Don't marry a black man. Don't marry. So much hatred because their life is miserable. People who focus on other people marrying someone, the things that's in the world and things that don't have any irreverence, that can't praise the Most High, y'all can't honor him, can't worship him. That's why the other day when I was on this platform telling you all, let's praise him this morning. You think you got any people liking it? No. You got anybody viewing it? No. Because that's where the hearts of people at. He said, narrow is the gate to what is righteous, Deborah. So that's need be. I love it because that's that comfort. To let me know you good, you own it, you doing right. Just because you don't have, it don't have, don't make y'all a part of this platform and what they do on it, because there's a lot of wicked and evil hearts that watches this platform. Very deceitful. Do you hear me, elects of the Most High God? Do you hear me? Don't take what you hear. People been on here 40, 50 years because they got 1 million subscribers and 1 million likes that they are truly the righteous. No. When y'all came, he came in alone. When y'all left, he left alone with the homicide right beside him, resting in him. He didn't take no one to the cross. And matter of fact, the word of the Most High said that he said not a word, truly who he was. Because here today, many people say they see, but they cannot see. Cannot mean because y'all haven't given them the eyesight to see. They say they hear, but they cannot hear. Why? Because y'all haven't given them the ear to hear. So they walk around in darkness, which is in their flesh, understanding the message that comes from people or from their flesh, and don't have no spirit and truth. So elects, this is your season and the last season in which he's calling you forth. It's time to understand Yah in spirit and truth. What Sister Deborah is not saying, she's not chastising, she's not disciplining. It's called confirmation. What was already invested in you, come on, it's time to pull it out. It's already in you. So don't put your life focus on the things that, how you look. You know, I did my hair here and look at it, it's gold. The reason why I got this hat on, it was all curls. And guess what? I laid on it last night and it's all over the place. But let me tell you something. You see here, I dyed my hair. It's a gold tone. I had it done like this for 20 years. I love this color and I dyed. When you see this here in 3 days after I cease, it's going straight to the ground. It can't praise Yah. It can't magnify Yah. So it's no need in me trying to tame it because it don't worship my most high Yah. But the light that's in me that people are able to identify, the light that stays on in me represents the most high Yah. So I'm telling you all, don't let nobody tell you what you should wear, what you should look like, and how you should look. Because greater is he that is in ye, not only out of ye, but he that is than he that's in the world. That's what's greater in you. When you bypass what's going on in the inside and take on that which on the outside, then the darkness which on the outside overshadow that which is on the inside, which is the light. Come on, light, let us shine. He said in John 1 and 4 and 5, the light shined. And when he said that, I was like, woo, you said it, didn't you? He said, yeah, Deborah, the light shining, but the darkness won't comprehend it. That's what the people on the devil platform is geared to do. It's to bring darkness into your mentality. The way you think, the way you feel, the way you look at everything is from a fleshly realm. But again, they didn't see me as 4 years old and the things that has went on in my life. They saw something that was greater. Don't let nobody tell you what you're supposed to look like, act like, and be like. Because 99.9 ain't got their flesh under subjection to their spirit. Their flesh is still ruling because it's selling stuff on platforms that's saying Yahuwah, Yahuwah, and they selling things still, worshiping idol in wood and stone. Because they building, these men are building up things and selling them. Saying it, worship Yah. How dare you? That shows you the darkness that rests still within them. Nothing that you put on this flesh on the outer man is going to be able to worship Yah from the inner man. Let's get naked. Truth, spirit and truth came when they was in the garden. What? Naked. I want you all to understand. To the elects, this is a treat. And a treat only. Start studying Yah and the way he moved and how he moved. The steps that was ordered. How was David able to say he enlarging my steps? Because David know he was stepping in all kind of realms, but Yah, what he do? He enlarging his step that he may not slip and fall. Why? Because the step that he was ordered, evil was coming in every side of his steps. But what? Every step he stepped in, bam, he crushed the serpent's head. Why? Because the steps were ordered by Yahuwah. And that's why that heel kept crushing the serpent. Because David was a seed of the Most High Yah. I, Sister Deborah, say unto you, I love you. Shalom and shalom.